Okay, well, hello everybody, and it's been a long time since I've done a full reptile room tour where I show all of my reptiles and just give an update on the room and everything. So I thought I would do that today, and yeah, let's get started. So I currently have most of my reptiles in this room. This is kind of where I keep about 90% of my reptiles, and then the other few are in my bedroom. So we're going to start with the reptile room, and then we'll move into the ones that are in my bedroom. So we're going to start off here with my northern blue-tongued skink. This is Rue. She is about 5 years old, and I've had her for those whole 5 years. I got her when she was just a little baby. She's here in this 4x2x1 PVC enclosure, doing really well. Not much has changed with her. So over beside Rue, we have my albino Pac-Man frog, Jabba. He's in this Exotero Nano. It's lying down on its side. It's kind of dark in here, but there he is, getting pretty big. He's got a live pothos plant, a little cork, and then his water bowl there. So over here we have my hatchling rack, or my small snake rack. And on the top there we have 2 babies that I'm selling, and then the rest are just some of my snake. So first up we have my albino ball python. He's doing great. All of these guys in this rack are going to be getting an upgrade very soon. I'm getting a new PVC snake rack, which will be really awesome. But that's him. This is my pastel champagne ball python, who's in deep shed right now, as you can see by his eyes there. He's also doing really, really well. And over here we have my lavender ball python. And all of the last 3 I showed were male. All these young ball pythons are males. And there's my lavender. Down on the next level here are my pair of Kenny and Sam boas. And I'm gonna see if I can find them. Here's the male, right here. This is Jasper. Just a normal male. That's what he was sold to me as. And the female should be in here. Here she is. So this is the female, a little bit more feisty, as you can see. So she's also sold to me as a normal, but you can see they have very different coloration. Jasper is very yellow, and Alice over here is very orange. But they're both doing great as well. And the last snake in this rack is my BCI male. And I always forget the morph, so I'll probably put it on the screen there. But this is Host, my BCI male. He's also doing really well. He's like one of my best eaters. He just loves to eat. Down in front of the baby rack is my female BCI. Again, I'll put her morph on the screen. This is Seeker. She's doing awesome. Getting really big really fast. She's only a year old, and she just eats like a pig, so she is growing like absolute crazy. Next to Seeker is this girl, and she is my het lavender adult female ball python, who will be breeding with my male lavender hopefully next season. She's also doing really well. And that's her. So this is my adult rack, where I keep all of my adult ball pythons. The first one up here is Ollie, my Mojave male, my only adult male ball python. That's him. He is currently breeding with a couple of my female ball pythons. He's breeding with my Pastel and my Lesser, so hopefully we'll have some babies from him in the summer. Down below him is the mother to the babies I had of the baby ball pythons I had this year. And there she is. She's just a big normal female. And she's also doing really well. I haven't decided if I'm going to pair her this year or not, but either way, she's laid me a clutch 2 years in a row, so I might just give her this year off. So down below her is just another normal female, just a big normal female. She's also doing really well. I've never bred her, but she's really cool. Really, really big. She's my biggest snake right now. Down here is my female Pastel, which will be kind of hard to see her. Lighting is kind of bad over here, but her and my male Mojave were locked up earlier today, so that's pretty awesome. Hopefully get some Pastavies. There she is. She's actually a het orange ghost, which makes her a little bit more bright. It's just kind of hard with the bad lighting, but that's her. Down here we have another one of my normal ball pythons. She is my oldest animal and the animal I've had for the longest. I've had her since I was like 12 years old maybe, so I've had her for 9 years or something, 8 or 9 years, so it's pretty crazy. But that is Bones, my normal female ball python. Below her, here is Penny. She's my het pied female ball python. She's also doing really well. And last but certainly not least in this rack is my lesser female, and she's also breeding with my male Mojave. She's in deep shed right now as well, as you can kind of tell by her eyes, and she's really, really dark. But yeah, she's a proven breeder lesser female, so hopefully we'll have some eggs between her and my Mojave. So here are my pair of corn snakes. It's going to be kind of hard to see them, but the female there is the kind of pinkish reddish one. She's an albino Aztec Okatee, and the male, he's my anery, which you can see right there. And yeah, that's them. Over here we have Phoenix. This is my rescue bearded dragon. I actually acquired her for free when someone decided they couldn't take care of her anymore. Unfortunately, this person also only fed her hornworms, and I'm pretty sure she didn't have any kind of calcium or UV. She does have what I'm guessing is some sort of spine problem, possibly MBD. I'm not entirely sure, but basically treating it, and now I have her eating vegetables, which is really good. She's also not eating just plain hornworms anymore, which is awesome, and she has UV and a proper basking spot, and she also does get calcium and vitamins now, so she's looking a lot better. That's just food on her face, by the way, there. And yeah, she's starting to be able to walk a little bit more now, and yeah, that's Phoenix, my rescue beardie. So now we're over to what is my favorite part of the room, and that is my 3 Axoteras and my 1 Zoomide cage. I just love these cages. They're awesome display cages. So I'm going to show you what's inside them. So next here we have my pair of adult breeding crested geckos, and this is their setup. They have some live plants here in the bottom. They have a spider plant, some ivy, some pothos, and another little one that I'm not sure of the name of over there. We have a repti hammock and a bunch of fake plants, and their favorite spot is in the back there. You can see, and that's where they both are, is that cork tube. And they do not live together all the time. Olive usually is living with my other female crested gecko that I'm going to show you in just a minute. So beside Olive and Sticky, we have, you can see that, we have Mango. And she is my other female crested gecko. She's actually right in the front here. And she's not quite big enough or old enough to breed yet, but oop, there she is. This is her. It's really hard to get a good shot of her, but she is amazing. She has all these Dalmatian spots, and she's got a highlighted crest, which is really cool, and she's like this deep sunset orange. She's really awesome. So in her setup, she also has live plants. I'm not sure what the name of this one down here is, but it's some sort of tropical plant. And then she has another one of those little red ones in the back. She has some ivy growing up and around here. And I believe there's like a pothos in the back as well. And her background is made out of great stuff foam and moss and that kind of stuff. And yeah, she's got a cork tube and a little Reptile ledge for food and water. So moving right on over from Mango, we have Han, and he is my Solomon Island tree boa male. And I just got these guys, and I am insanely excited. They're a species that not many people work with, and I'm just so lucky to get to work with them. They're primarily lizard and frog eaters in the wild, but I was able to get them from someone who switched them onto rodents, which is incredibly awesome. And they're just insane. So that's the male. And here's the female. They are just absolutely amazing. Just trying to get a decent shot of her head, because the head is like the most amazing part on these guys in my opinion. They just have this really amazing shaped face. Kind of see it there. They are so cool. So I just got these guys, and I just got them set up in these little tanks, and then as soon as they're settled in, I'm gonna get them a really cool, like, natural live setup. This girl does have a live pothos there in the back to help with humidity. Yeah, so far they're doing really great. So those are my pair of Solomon Island tree boas. So the next animals are here in my bedroom, and the first and some of the most exciting things for me anyway are my brand new crested gecko hatchlings. So these are my first two crested gecko hatchlings I've ever hatched out, and I am just so excited to have these guys. So here's the first little one. It's not fired up. When both of them are fired up, they're like this deep red, and I'm just so excited. So these are the babies of Olive and Sticky. Yeah, Olive and Sticky. And yeah, they just literally hatched out like 2 days ago. So they're so tiny. Like, here's my hand, and here's the little baby. And here's the other little one. They are so tiny and so adorable. So right over here, we have my Brazilian rainbow boa, Noodles. This is her vivarium. It's live planted with a bunch of pothos and then some ivy over there and there. And it does have a waterfall, which I'm not running currently because it makes her cage a little bit too cold for the winter when the water's constantly running and moving. But the only problem with having the waterfall off is that she's actually up inside that cork tube right there that holds the hose for the water. So I actually can't really show her to you, but she's doing really well. And yeah, I'll probably put a clip of her from a past video here so you can see what she looks like. But she's just your normal, really brightly colored Brazilian rainbow boa. And here's her cage, which is doing really well. So yeah, that's her cage. Next here, we have my Savannah monitor. This is Houdini. It's It's his little setup. He's got his Repti hammock and his water. Here he is. Something's really exciting is happening for him. Right now I'm working on getting him a big 6x2x3 cage, which he'll hopefully have by the beginning of summer, which I'm really excited about. And here he is. He's doing great. He's eating everything. He's growing so fast, so active. And he's finally starting to let me handle him a little bit, which is nice. Because before, all he would do is try to bite me. But he's starting to tolerate handling, which is awesome. So yeah, there's Houdini. So my last two animals are my two box turtles. So up on my desk, I have my baby box turtle. And down on the floor here, I have my adult box turtle. So down here, we have Sheldon, who is also another rescue, just like Phoenix, except he's actually in really good health. The only thing that's really kind of different about Sheldon, I guess, is his shell, and you can kind of see right there. His shell's a bit crooked, and I'm not entirely sure why. I didn't get told when I rescued him, but it's either, it could be three things basically. It could be a birth defect, it could be a lack of calcium or a lack of UV, or just a bad diet. All those things could cause his shell to be bad. Could also be a lack of humidity. But regardless, he's doing awesome. He is an awesome turtle. He eats really, really great, eats all of his greens, eats everything he's supposed to eat, eats his worms. He's really, really awesome, and he's so friendly. So friendly. So that's Sheldon. And I think I mentioned, but he's a Chinese box turtle, and I really have no idea how old he is either. The only thing I really know about him is that he was in a breeding group, and then the person had too many males, so they no longer wanted Sheldon. So I took him in, and now, yeah, I have Sheldon. So this is basking spot, and yeah, that's my Chinese box turtle, Sheldon. And last but certainly not least for this reptile room tour, we have my very tired three-toed box turtle. I got Scarif for my 19th birthday last year, and so far he's doing really, really well. He hides most of the time, which is normal for baby box turtles, because in the wild, baby box turtles and tortoises don't usually make it because they're so tiny and their shells are still quite soft. So he's doing everything he's supposed to do. His favorite food is mealworms, and he's finally starting to eat vegetables as well, which is really, really good. Because when I first got him, he basically refused anything that wasn't moving. And yeah, so there's little Scarif, three-toed box turtle. So that is my reptile room update for January 2017. I know it's a little bit late in January, but it's better late than never, I like to say. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if there's any animal you want more information about or want me to do a video specifically about, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and if you did, I'd love you to subscribe and like and all that awesome stuff, and we will see you next time. Bye.